What, do I have about 5 more minutes?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'd like to read some recent poems that don't have any print to them yet. This one is called Retrospective. And it's, well, I did call it Women's Lib for a while. Nobody liked that title, so now I call it Retrospective. It's, in other words, an artist has a retrospective exhibit, you know, gets all his works together and hangs them on the wall and looks them over with what pride he can muster. And here's mine. Once I didn't think that much about making the bomb. In the halls, I turned away from the engineers who made it. I said sorry to Japanese friends, especially to one from Hiroshima I agreed with in liking Isaac Walton. Not thinking of the dead as death makers, I said doubly in my heart about nightfall, let there be peace again. Then a quarter century of Chaucer went by very fast. Now, in one way, by a foreshortened view and exaggerated, I have lived to the time in this free city where I say, look what I have been doing. I have been making the bomb. Creating, letting be created the following real people: John Mitchell, General Westmoreland, Sheriff Madigan, John Mitchell. The list keeps sticking so it doesn't get to the big names. Jump. Jump is Nasser mine, is key mine. Somebody asks a syllabus for the next quarter. How to keep from making John Mitchell, General Westmoreland. Composition. To think again, to work again, the slow, used over clay. This is a little piece of summer autobiography, which I enjoy. It's light. It's called How I Caught Up in My Reading. After the season was summer and students were rocked in their summer cradles, I began to catch up. First I read many accumulated magazines on the President's Unemployment Commission, for example, and revelations about Senator Dodd. Wasn't he dead? Then I read a number of old novels like Anna Karenina and a number of new science fictions. Then I read your thesis and Betty's thesis and Clinton's thesis and advised alterations in marginal notes of great thickness. Then I read the Berkeley Daily Gazette and the recipes in Better Homes. Then I read a lot of poems, all the pamphlets in the house, hundreds piled up, friends and strangers, poems, and answered and replied. Then I looked around and read one poem, again. And here's a poem about teaching, I guess you could say. I don't really know what to call it. Go out a little from yourself as you sit here, maybe to the path outside the window, maybe to an idea, or to, in the next row, an absorbing form. Reject, refute most of the lecture, most of your thought, most that the window bears, maybe the whole morning. There is being sifted the sand of your time, turning as you turn. I am beside you, and we are exchanging minimal aspects of some idea. From their glosses there are being sifted sands of a time only becoming yours. Sift me away and sift the whole morning. Someday, not accountable, You may look down to see in your palm, as on a field of history, the grain of time you recognize as yours. And then one more I'll read, which you may have read before because it's been printed around quite a bit, called Family. When you swim in the surf off Seal Rocks and your family sits in the sand eating potato salad, and the undertow comes which takes you out, away, down to loss of breath, loss of play, and the power of play. Holler, say, help, help, help. Hello, they will say. Come back here for some potato salad. It is then that a 17-year-old cub cruising in a helicopter from Antigua, a jackstraw expert speaking only Swedish, and remote from this area as a camel, says, look down there, there is somebody drowning. And it is you, and you say, yes, yes, and he throws you a line. And this is what is called the brotherhood of man.